She screamed, "I'm leaving you for a real man." I replied, "He's all yours." Then I sent him the screenshots. What he didn't know about her girls' nights made him block her in 10 minutes. Her bags were already on his porch. Original post, I 39 male need to get this out while it's still fresh. My wife Tessa 37 left me yesterday. Or tried to anyway. We've been married 9 years. Met at a friend's barbecue, dated for 2 years, married in a courthouse because neither of us wanted the big wedding thing. It was good for a long time, comfortable, or so I thought. Last 3 months, things changed. Tessa started going out more. Girls' nights, every Thursday and Saturday. New clothes, new perfume, that generic stuff you can smell from across a room. Started coming home at 2 a.m., sometimes 3. I work nights sometimes. I'm a supervisor at a manufacturing plant, rotating shifts, so I wasn't always around to notice. But when I was home, she'd be glued to her phone, angling it away, smiling at texts. Classic signs, right? 2 weeks ago, I came home early from a shift that got canceled. Maintenance issue, whole line shut down, got home around 10 p.m. instead of 6 a.m. Tessa wasn't there. Thursday. Girls' night. Her laptop was open on the kitchen table, Facebook Messenger up. And there it was. Messages to some dude named Brett. Lots of messages. I read them. Yeah, invasion of privacy, whatever. I'm not proud. But I read every single one going back 6 weeks. The messages were explicit. Planning meetups, complaining about me, or calling me boring, said I let myself go, I gained maybe 15 pounds in 9 years, sue me. Brett calling me a beta and himself a real man. There was more. Screenshots of our bank accounts that she'd sent him, pictures of our house, discussion about how much I made, how much the house was worth, when the mortgage would be paid off. This wasn't just an affair. She was shopping me as a mark. I screenshot everything. Every message, saved them to a flash drive, emailed them to myself. Then I closed the laptop and went to bed. Tessa came home at 2:30 a.m., smelled like cheap cologne and beer. I pretended to be asleep. Yesterday morning, Saturday, she woke me up around 10. She was dressed nice, hair done, makeup on. "We need to talk," she said. I sat up. Okay. I'm not happy. Haven't been for a while. I need more from life. More excitement, passion. "Okay," I said again. She looked annoyed, like she wanted a fight. "That's it? Just okay? What do you want me to say, Tessa?" "I'm leaving you." She actually yelled it. "I'm leaving you for a real man. Someone who knows how to treat a woman. Someone who isn't content to just exist." "Okay," I said for the 3rd time. "He's all yours." Her face went red. "You don't even care. You're pathetic. Brett was right about you." "Brett," I nodded. "The real man, got it?" "Yes, Brett, he owns his own business. He takes me places. He makes me feel alive." "Great, I'm happy for you. Do you need help packing?" That threw her. She'd wanted tears, begging, drama. Instead, I was offering to help her leave. "I what?" "Your stuff." "Do you need help packing?" "I can get boxes from work." "You're serious?" "Tessa, you just told me you're leaving me for another guy." "Yeah, I'm serious. I'm not gonna fight you on this." She stared at me, then grabbed her phone. "Fine, I'm going to Brett's. He said I could move in any time." "Cool. I'll pack your stuff and drop it off later." "What's his address?" She actually gave it to me, just blurted it out, an address about 20 minutes away. "Got it," I said. "I'll have everything there by tonight." She left, slammed the door so hard a picture frame fell off the wall. I got up, made coffee, then I pulled up Facebook Messenger on my phone, found Brett's profile. Brett Carver, 42, entrepreneur, profile picture of him in a Corvette, posts about grinding and alpha mindset and crypto. You get the picture. I sent him a message. "Hey Brett, this is Tessa's husband. She just told me she's leaving me for you. Congrats, man. Wanted to give you a heads up on a few things before she moves in. Check your DMs." Then I sent him the screenshots. All of them, including the ones where Tessa told him I was good for at least 80 calories in a divorce and how she was playing the long game. Also included screenshots of her messages to 3 other guys. 2 from last year, 1 from 6 months ago. Same pattern. Complaining about me, sending financial info, planning exits. Brett she'd been talking to for 8 weeks. Longest relationship out of the bunch. Sent it all, hit send, put my phone down. It took exactly 11 minutes for Tessa to start calling. Update 1, same day, 8 p.m. The call started at 11:14 a.m. Tessa, over and over. I let them go to voicemail. Then texts, "What did you do? Brett want answer." What did you send him? You ruined everything. I hate you. I didn't respond. I was busy packing her stuff. Clothes, shoes, toiletries. Her collection of scented candles she never burned. Her yoga mat she used twice. Books she bought but never read. Put it all in boxes and garbage bags. Wasn't trying to be mean about it, just efficient. Took about 3 hours. Loaded everything into my truck. Drove to Brett's address. Nice place. Rental, but nice. Newer building, fancy entrance. I hauled all her stuff up to the 3rd floor. Apartment 3C. Knocked on the door. Brett answered. He looked exactly like his profile picture. Tribal tattoo sleeve, expensive watch, too much gel in his hair. You the husband? He asked. Yep, got all her stuff. Where do you want it? He looked past me at the boxes and bags. Out here's fine. Out here? I looked at the hallway. I'm not letting her move in, man. You see what you sent me? Yeah. She's a con artist. Was gonna take you for everything, then probably do the same to me. Probably, I agreed. I blocked her, told her we're done. She's been blowing up my phone from different numbers. Sorry about that. Nah, man, you did me a favor. He looked at me. She say you were boring? Beta? Something like that. You handled this better than most dudes would. Respect. He held out his fist. I bumped it. Weird moment. Her stuff's gonna sit here, someone's gonna steal it, he said. Not my problem anymore. Fair enough. Good luck, man. He went back inside. I went back to my truck. Drove home. Tessa was sitting on the porch when I got there. She'd taken an Uber from wherever she'd been. She looked like she'd been crying. We need to talk. She said, nope. You can't just, I can and I did. Your stuff's at Brett's. Good luck with that. Brett dumped me. Because of you. Because of the screenshots I sent him? Yeah, probably. Those were private conversations. About me. About our finances. About your plan to divorce me and take half of everything. I unlocked the front door. Not feeling real sympathetic right now, Tessa. Where am I supposed to go? Not my problem. You wanted to leave. You left. Figure it out. You can't lock me out. I live here. Not anymore. I'm filing for divorce Monday morning. You'll get served. We'll split things through lawyers. Until then, you're not coming in. Her mom pulled up. Of course she called her mom. Janet got out, already yelling. What did you do to my daughter? Hi, Janet. Tessa's moving out. She can explain. You can't just throw her out. Actually, I can. House is in my name. Bought it before we got married. She's not on the deed. That's illegal. No, it's not. Call a lawyer if you want. I already talked to mine. That was a lie. I hadn't called a lawyer yet. But it sounded good. You're heartless, Janet shrieked. Your daughter cheated on me and tried to con me out of money. I'm not the bad guy here. Tessa was crying harder now. I didn't mean it. I love you. It was a mistake. Which part? Sleeping with Brett? Or the 2 guys before him? Or planning to take me for everything? Janet's head whipped around. 2 guys before him? Tessa's face went white. Yeah, I said. Tessa's been doing this for at least a year. I have the messages. All of them. He's lying, Tessa screamed. I can forward them to you, Janet, if you want proof. Janet looked at her daughter. Something shifted in her expression, like she wasn't sure anymore. Get in the car, Tessa, she said quietly. Mom, get in the car. Tessa got in. Janet gave me one last look. Not angry anymore, just tired. They left. I went inside, locked the door, sat on the couch. My phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Is this really what you want? Tessa's voice. Yep. We can fix this. Go to counseling. I'll stop seeing other people. I'll be better. You said I was boring, beta. Not a real man. You told Brett I let myself go. You sent him screenshots of our bank accounts. You planned to divorce me and take half of everything I worked for. I didn't mean. You meant it. You said it. Multiple times to multiple people. So yeah, this is what I want. I want a divorce. I want you out of my life. I want to move on. You'll regret this. Maybe, but I doubt it. Bye, Tessa. I hung up. Blocked the number. It's been quiet since then. It's 8 p.m. now. She hasn't tried to come back. Janet hasn't called. I should feel worse than I do. 9 years of marriage ended in a day. But mostly I just feel relieved. Update 2, 4 days later. Monday I took a personal day. Called a lawyer. Guy named Frank. Came recommended by a friend at work. Met him at 10 a.m. Brought the flash drive with all the screenshots. You've been thorough, Frank said, scrolling through them. Seemed important. Smart. This makes the divorce straightforward. Adultery's not a make or break thing in court anymore. But this level of planning, the financial stuff, that helps. What am I looking at? House is yours, premarital, you'll keep it. Bank accounts, you said they're separate? Yeah, learned that from my parents' divorce. Everything's separate except one joint account for household stuff. Maybe $2,000 in it. Good. That gets split. Her car. Lease in her name. She pays it. Perfect. Assets acquired during marriage get divided, but based on these messages we can argue she was planning fraud. Won't get her nothing, but it'll be less than half. How long? Depends. If she fights it, 6 months to a year. If she's smart and settles, could be done in 3 months. And if she claims abuse or something? Frank looked at me. Will she? I don't know. She's desperate. These messages show premeditation. If she claims abuse, we show the court she was planning to leave anyway. Makes her look like a liar. I filed. Cost me $400 in court fees plus Frank's retainer of $2,500. Worth every penny for peace of mind. Tuesday. Tessa got served at her mom's house. I know because Janet called me. This is really what you want? She asked. Same question Tessa had asked. Yes. She made mistakes. Janet, she cheated on me with at least 3 different men. She sent them our financial information. She planned to divorce me specifically to take money. That's not mistakes, that's choices. Silence. Then she's my daughter. I know, but she's not my wife anymore. She hung up. Wednesday, Tessa tried a different approach. She showed up at my work. Plant security called me. There's a woman at the gate asking for you. Says she's your wife? Not for long. Don't let her in. She's pretty upset. She's not authorized. If she doesn't leave, call the cops. She left. That night, she tried again. Showed up at the house around 9 p.m. Rang the doorbell over and over. I ignored it. Finally, she yelled through the door, I'm pregnant. I opened the door. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I took a test. You're lying. You've been on birth control for 8 years. Plus, I had a vasectomy 2 years ago. Her face went blank. What? Vasectomy. After we agreed we didn't want kids. Remember that conversation? You said you were thinking about it. And then I did it. Got it done. Didn't mention it because you said you wanted to stay on birth control anyway for your periods. The lie fell apart. She knew it. I knew it. You're a terrible person, she said. I'm not the one who cheated. I never slept with them. Tessa, I have messages where you described exactly what you did with Brett, in detail. Don't lie to me now. She tried crying, the ugly kind with big sobs. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You were thinking you'd found someone better. Then you were thinking you'd take half my money. Now you're thinking you're screwed. Where am I supposed to go? Your mom's, a friend's, a shelter. I don't care. You're gonna make me homeless? You're staying at your mom's. You're not homeless. You're just not staying here. This is abuse. Nope. This is consequences. Bye, Tessa. I closed the door. She stayed on the porch for another 20 minutes, crying and occasionally yelling. Then she left. Thursday, today, I got a call from Frank. Her lawyer called. She wants to negotiate. That was fast. She doesn't have a case and she knows it. Her lawyer knows it. They want to settle. What's she asking for? $15,000 from joint savings, her car, her personal belongings. That's it. We had about $30,000 in joint savings, emergency fund we'd built up over the years. She's entitled to half, Frank said. That's $15,000, but given the circumstances, I can probably get her down to $10,000. No, give her the $15,000. You sure? Yeah, I want this over. The faster she's out of my life, the better. All right, I'll draw up the papers. So that's where it is. By next week, the divorce should be filed and moving forward. Tessa gets $15,000 and her stuff. I get the house, my accounts, my peace of mind. 9 years down to a dollar amount. Update 3. 2 weeks later. The divorce papers got signed. Tessa took the $15,000. We split everything else down the middle. Furniture she wanted, kitchen stuff, whatever. I didn't fight on any of it. Just wanted her gone. Frank said the court date would be in about 6 weeks for the judge to finalize everything. Standard procedure. But of course, Tessa couldn't just go quietly. Last Monday, she started texting me from new numbers, different phones, maybe apps, who knows. The messages were always the same. We can still fix this. I miss you. I made a mistake. Please talk to me. I blocked each number. She'd find a new one. Wednesday, she tried something new. Called my boss. Left a message saying I was unstable and making threats. My boss Rick is a good guy. He called me into his office. Got a weird call about you, he said. Let me guess, soon-to-be ex-wife? That what this is? Yeah, she's mad about the divorce, trying to mess with my job. You threatening her? Nope, haven't talked to her in 2 weeks. I have a lawyer handling everything. Rick nodded. Figured, just needed to hear it from you. If she calls again, I'll tell her to pound sand. Thanks, boss. Divorces suck, man. Been there. Hang in there. Thursday, Tessa escalated. Showed up at my sister's house. My sister Lori lives about an hour away. They'd met maybe 5 times in 9 years. Lori called me. Tessa just left my house. What'd she want? To tell me your side of the story is wrong, that you're abusive, that you threatened her. She wanted me to talk to you. And? I told her to leave. Told her if she came back, I'd call the cops. She say anything else? Yeah. She said you cheated on her with someone at work. Pregnant mistress, whole thing. I laughed. Couldn't help it. That's creative. So it's not true? Lori, I work night shifts at a plant with 90% dudes. The women there are either married, gay, or both. Plus I had a vasectomy 2 years ago. Tessa knows this. So she's just lying. Yep. What a piece of work. Mom called me yesterday, said Tessa called her too. Our mom lives in a different state, hasn't talked to Tessa in years. What did mom say? Told her to lose her number. Good. Friday, the real fun started. Tessa filed a restraining order request, said I was stalking her, threatening her, showing up at her mom's house, all lies. I hadn't been within a mile of Janet's place. Frank called me, got some paperwork, she's claiming harassment. I haven't talked to her in 2 weeks. Can you prove it? I blocked her numbers. I have the phone records showing I didn't call. I've been at work on the nights she says I was at her mom's. I have time cards. Good. Hearings Monday. Bring everything. Monday came. Courthouse. Tessa was there with Janet and some guy I didn't recognize. Her lawyer, probably. We went before the judge. Woman, maybe 55, looked bored. Tessa's lawyer went first, claimed I was stalking her. Harassing her. Making threats. He submitted evidence, screenshots of texts from my number. Except they weren't from me. I looked at Frank, he looked at the texts, then showed them to me. These from you? No, look at the number, that's not mine. Frank stood up. Your Honor, those texts aren't from my client. The number's similar but different. The judge looked. Mr. Patterson, can you verify your number? I pulled out my phone, showed her my number, showed my call logs. Showed the blocked numbers, all Tessa's different attempts to contact me. So you're saying these texts aren't from you? Correct, Your Honor. I haven't contacted my wife in 2 weeks. I've been blocking her numbers as she contacts me. And you can prove you weren't at Ms. Hayes' mother's residence on these dates? Yes, Your Honor. I have time cards from work, security footage from my plant showing me clocking in and out. Frank submitted everything. The judge reviewed it. Then looked at Tessa. Ms. Hayes, did you provide these text screenshots to your attorney? Yes. And you confirmed the number was your husband's? Tessa hesitated. I thought it was. You thought it was, or you knew it wasn't? Silence. The judge sighed. Request denied. Ms. Hayes, filing false claims is serious. If you do it again, there will be consequences. This hearing is concluded. Outside, Tessa tried to approach me. Frank stepped between us. No contact means no contact, he said. I just want to talk. Through lawyers. Only through lawyers. Let's go. We left. Tessa's lawyer stayed behind, probably chewing her out for the fake texts. She faked those messages, I said in the car. Probably, or had someone send them to her. Either way, judge didn't buy it. Will this help the divorce? Oh yeah. Judge noted the false filing. Makes her look vindictive. We can use this. Update 4, 6 weeks later. The divorce finalized 3 days ago. Judge signed off on everything. Tessa got her $15,000, her car, her personal stuff. I kept the house, my accounts, my truck, my tools. She also got ordered to pay $1,200 of my legal fees because of the false restraining order attempt. Judge said it was frivolous litigation. Tessa wasn't happy, but her lawyer advised her to take it. Fighting would cost more. The whole thing, start to finish, took 2 months. Frank said that's fast for a divorce. Most couples drag it out, he said, fighting over every piece of furniture, every photo. You just wanted it done. Life's too short. Smart man. Last week, before the divorce finalized, Tessa made one more attempt. Showed up at the house, 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Drunk, rang the doorbell, pounded on the door, yelled my name, I called the cops. They showed up in 10 minutes. Officer talked to her. Told her to leave. She refused. Started yelling about how it was her house, I'd stolen it from her, she had rights. The officer looked at me. This your property, sir? Yes. Deed's in my name. We're divorcing. She doesn't live here anymore. Ma'am, you need to leave. No, this is my house. They arrested her. Public intoxication and trespassing. Held her overnight, released her the next morning with a ticket. Janet called me after. Was that necessary? She showed up drunk at 11 p.m., refused to leave. What was I supposed to do? You could have just talked to her. No, Janet, I couldn't. We're divorced. She needs to move on. She's struggling. That's not my problem anymore. I'm sorry she's struggling, but she made choices. She has to live with them. You're cruel. I'm protecting myself. There's a difference. She hung up. Yesterday, the divorce was final. I got the official paperwork. It's over. Tessa sent me one last message from yet another number. I hope you're happy. You destroyed my life. I didn't respond, but I thought about it. Did I destroy her life? No. I just stopped letting her destroy mine. She cheated. She lied. She planned to con me. When that fell apart, she tried to paint me as the villain, filed false claims, harassed my family, showed up drunk at my house. I protected myself. That's all. The house feels different now, quieter. I got rid of the couch where she always sat. Repainted the bedroom. Changed the locks, again, second time, just to be sure. Works good. Rick's been understanding. The guys at the plant have been solid. Few of them bought me beers after the divorce finalized. Welcome back to the world, man, one of them said. Feels weird. It will for a while. Then it'll feel normal. Then it'll feel good. He's right. It's starting to feel good. Got my routine back. Go to work, come home, watch what I want on TV, eat what I want. Don't have to check in, don't have to explain, don't have to wonder if she's texting someone else. My sister called last night. How you doing? Okay. Better than okay, actually. Good. You handled this better than most people would. Just wanted it over. Still, you stayed calm. Didn't do anything stupid. Lots of guys would have lost it. Wasn't worth losing it over. She already took enough time. Wasn't giving her any more. Smart. You dating yet? Hell no. Way too soon. When you're ready, let me know. I know someone. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe someday. Not now. Right now I'm just enjoying the quiet. Final update. 3 months later. It's been 3 months since the divorce finalized. Life settled into a new normal. Tessa moved 2 states away. Heard it through mutual friends. She's living with some guy she met online. Don't know details. Don't care. She's not my problem anymore. Brett, the real man, apparently got engaged to someone else. Saw it on Facebook. Good for him. Dodged a bullet there. Janet tried calling me once more about 6 weeks ago. Said Tessa wanted to apologize. She can apologize, I said, but I'm not interested in hearing it. That's cold. That's reality. She apologizing because she's sorry or because things didn't work out how she wanted? Silence. That's what I thought. Tell her I wish her well, but we're done. Completely done. Haven't heard from Janet since. The house is mine. Really mine. Got the deed updated, removed Tessa's name from everything. She was on utilities, insurance, stuff like that. Changed the locks one more time, because why not? Fixed up the place. New paint in the living room. New furniture. Feels like a fresh start. Work's been good. Got a small raise last month. Rick said I was more focused lately. Probably because I'm not stressed about what's happening at home anymore. Dating? Not yet. Thought about it. Downloaded one of those apps, looked around, deleted it. Too much effort. Plus, trust issues are real. My buddy from work set me up on a blind date. Nice woman, accountant, divorced. We had dinner. It was fine. Nothing special. She texted after. I didn't respond. Felt guilty about that. You're not ready, Lori said when I told her. That's okay. Take your time. I'm 39. Feel like I should be ready. You were married for 9 years. Give yourself a break. She's probably right. Had one weird moment last month. Ran into one of Tessa's friends at the grocery store. Girl named Paige. They used to hang out. She saw me, looked like she wanted to run, but I just nodded. Hey. Hi. She was uncomfortable. How are you? Good. You good? Listen, I didn't know about what she was doing. When I found out, I stopped talking to her. Okay. I mean it. I thought you guys were happy. I had no idea she was... It's fine, Paige. Not your fault. Not your problem. Still, I'm sorry. Thanks. I appreciate that. We went our separate ways. Made me think about how many people probably knew something was off and didn't say anything, or did know and didn't think it was their business. Doesn't matter now. The money from the divorce, my half of the savings plus what I didn't spend on legal fees, went into investments, talked to a financial guy, set up some retirement accounts, diversified things, boring stuff but smart, changed my beneficiaries too. Used to be Tessa, now it's split between Lori and Mom. Makes more sense. Got a dog, German Shepherd mix, 3 years old from the shelter. Named him Hank. He's a good boy. Sleeps at the foot of the bed, doesn't judge, doesn't lie, just wants food and walks. Better companion than Tessa ever was, if I'm honest. People ask if I'm bitter. I'm not. Bitter would mean I still cared. I don't. She's a chapter that's closed. Do I think about what I could have done differently? Sometimes. Could I have seen the signs earlier? Probably. Would it have changed anything? Probably not. Tessa was who she was. I just didn't know it until I did. The screenshots I sent Brett probably saved him from the same thing I went through. He sent me a message a few weeks back. Just said thanks again. Dodged a bullet. I replied, we both did. And that's the truth. I dodged a bigger bullet. If she'd waited another year, got pregnant with some other guy's kid, claimed it was mine before I could prove the vasectomy, could have been way worse. Instead, I'm in my house with my dog, living my life. Free. The anger's gone. The hurt's gone. What's left is just relief. Relief that I found out when I did. Relief that I handled it the way I did. Relief that it's over. Someone at work asked me if I'd ever get married again. Maybe, I said. Maybe not. Either way, I'm good. And I am. I really am. Tessa wanted a real man. She wanted passion, excitement, someone who'd take her places. What she didn't want was someone stable, someone reliable, someone who'd stick around. Turns out, those are exactly the things that matter. Brett figured that out. The next guy will figure it out. Maybe Tessa will figure it out. But that's not my problem anymore. I'm just a regular guy. I go to work, I pay my bills, I take care of my dog, I keep my house clean, I show up when I say I will. Boring, maybe, beta, if that's what you want to call it. But I sleep just fine at night, my dog's happy, my house is peaceful, my accounts are mine, and 9 years of marriage to someone who saw me as a meal ticket is finally, completely, permanently over. That's not boring. That's winning. End of updates, moving on with life.